Ilphonic's new Ghostbusters game coming out. Feels fitting that I talk about the old one. I will probably get to that one, but I'm not sure how soon. Today we're talking about this one. Alright, so today we're talking about Ghostbusters, the video game remaster. This is a decent third-person shooter with really good story and aesthetics that capture the feel of the Ghostbusters movies. The gameplay is decent, but definitely its weakest part, which is a bit rare. I do like how they're trying to emulate the ghost fighting from the movie. Even the running and dodging is sort of feel clunky, like from how you're carrying all the heavy equipment. Yeah, but the thing is that, you have these main ghosts, which have to be weakened down by shooting them, and you have to sort of thrash them around and then pull them into the ghost trap. The main problem is that they have too much health. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes per each ghost, and it adds up when there's usually a good sized group of them. And on top of that, one ghost can knock you out of capturing that ghost, and if it does, that ghost gets some of its health back. I get they're probably trying to emulate the time it takes to capture a ghost in the movies. It's never really quick. Too much. It just takes too long. So perhaps maybe they should have lowered their health, or perhaps had less ghosts and more health, and made them feel more like bosses, and do something and have maybe a bit more health to some of the low-level enemies in between. There's some low health. Those low health enemies are alright. You sort of just shoot them and they dissipate. They're between the main ghost sections. The bosses are okay as well. There's not too much to say about that. Another combat problem is that mechanically there's only 3 types of ghosts, which isn't very good. There's a good mechanic where you had these different types of beams that you can shoot. It adds a bit of variety and make things a bit different. Like one of them slows you down. There are some okay puzzles, and a good chunk of them involve this slime tether mechanic, which you shoot 2 points and they stick together. It can also be used in combat, but I wish it was more effective in combat. It's sort of a bit awkward to use and clunky. The upgrades are decent and fairly well balanced. I got the last upgrade right at the end. Story's pretty good. A lot of people called it Ghostbusters 3 before there was a third Ghostbusters or the 2016 movie. But in a lot of ways it still is the third Ghostbusters, seeing how it was the last time with a big piece of media, which the 4 main actors were there heavily throughout the entire thing. The main cast got a really great performance. They also got the lady who played the secretary and the guy who played Pac-Back, and they're good. Also, Brian Doyle Murray, who's Bill Murray's brother. He plays a lot of smaller parts that are pretty memorable, though. Like the boss in Christmas Vacation.
Oh, Mrs. Shirley, we got your Christmas card the other day, and my family and I are very flattered that you remembered us. Corporate cards.
Don't forget that report, Bill.
Yes, sir.
And he also had a small role in Ghostbusters 2. He's pretty good in this as well. The main guy you play as is pretty generic. It kind of feels like you're playing as the Ghostbusters cameraman. I think he may have been supposed to have been like a custom character, and the feature was cut. There's also the girl who's Bill Murray's love interest, is pretty standard undeveloped romantic interest. I think she's actually played by someone famous. She just didn't have much in the writing. On the plot is also a bit of a standard destroy the things plot, but it doesn't get too much in the way of the story. The dialogue's pretty good, it feels like from the movies. The jokes are pretty good.
All right, heat 'em up. We'll melt our way in.
Wait, I have a better idea.
Good thinking.
Although not quite as good as the movies, It is fair to say they have longer to fill with the whole 8-hour game. The aesthetics are really good in this game. They recreate a lot of stuff from the movies, but they also create a lot of new stuff from that feels like they could have been in the movies. The environmental design is really good. There's a lot of environments from the movies, like the hotel, the library, firehouse. You get to see more of them and take a look around. The new locations are also really good. They have that nice spooky feel and like a really classic-y horror sort of. Also like, that New York vibe. The museum and Central Park Cemetery are probably my favorite of those. There's also some good Ghost World sections. You have like this Ghost World, another dimension. It's all spectral and has a lot of Victorian architecture. There's also some parts that come across these old occult ghost machine stuff that look really cool. Although, that being said, it's not all perfect. There are some small sewer sections, aren't very appealing. And honestly, those bits feel like they're kind of just there to extend the levels. It's real fun the way the proton packs destroy the environment. You even get like a monetary damage counter. There's really good visual enemy design. They're all fun, especially the museum and Central Park ones. And I probably won't show you all of them to avoid spoilers. Also, they got a lot of the good music from the movies are featured in this. Overall, this is a good game with some not so great gameplay, but a really pretty good story and aesthetics that are loyal to the movies it comes from. I'm giving this an 8.22. Thank you to anyone who likes, comments, or subscribes. And so feel free to tell me what you think about the Ghostbusters, this game, and what you want to see in Ghostbusters games. That's it.